Aloha, friends. Welcome to this 111 portal reading. All right, so this energy is coming through now because some of us are already stepping through the 111 portal, have stepped through the 111 portal. Some are getting closer to that 111 portal, and some will be weaving in and out of these portals moving forward. So they have 4 portals to choose from today, and this is basically going to be a quick synopsis of what's to come for your next soul cycle, they're telling me. And y'all, I feel like soul cycle, when they say soul cycle, it's no longer, a soul cycle would be like thousands of years and maybe different incarnations on Earth and possibly in different star systems. But moving forward, a soul cycle is like, they're showing me just moving very quickly. And almost like I'm seeing this vision moving at the speed of light. Everything is just very fast movement, acceleration, and this fresh start, this fresh energy is bringing just a big breath of fresh air and joy. I'm hearing a lot of joy. So these portals are going to help us tap into anything that needs to be surrendered before stepping through this portal or to actually shift into this portal. Now, they're telling me because time is irrelevant, right? That this portal may mean you may step through it now. You may step through it in 6 months, Gregorian calendar time. You may step through it in a year, and you may oscillate between these portals. So a lot of energy coming through. I feel like we'll have a better understanding of it once we actually get into the piles. So go ahead and take a moment, connect with each of these 4 portals and see which one is calling you to step into. This top left one is going to be portal number 1. Then we'll have portal number 2 right here on the bottom left. Portal number 3 on the top right, and portal number 4 on the bottom right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with portal number 1. Timestamps will be in the description for the rest. Welcome those of you who chose portal number 1. I'm going to get it nice and close here for you to really look deeply into that portal and see what is coming through for you. And they're telling me to turn it as well. So I'm just going to be silent for this part so you can tap in and feel through what is coming through this portal for you. All right, so I will tell you, as soon as I tapped into this portal for you all, there was this urge to purge, to let go, to shed the old self. Really, this feels like a shedding of the skin, which is wild because we are still, they're telling me, I was going to say we're moving out of the energy of the snake, the year of the snake. They're telling me we're not yet, right? There's still more time in the energy of the snake. So this energy feels like there are still things to shed, to let go of, to forgive. I'm hearing there's a really great book called Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. I highly recommend it. I will link it in the description for those of you that are wanting to tap into that. But this feels like a deep letting go. Like it is time to move on with your life. I feel like there is a lot of energy coming through that's saying the only way to open your heart, the only way to expand, to fill into this new energy that's coming in, is to fully let go. Let go of anything that has brought you any kind of pain, or they're telling me like extreme emotion, anything that's brought on a lot of emotion, whether good or bad. It's just this like suction that they're showing me that needs to happen. I feel like some of this stuff is really it goes so deep that they're telling me you don't need to figure it out. So what that means is some of you may be like feeling a lot of anger or rage or sadness or whatever these dense energies are that are coming up, and you're trying to figure out where they're coming from, and they're saying, just let it go. You don't need to figure out where they're coming from. You don't have to know what's being purged or let go of. All you have to do is let go and surrender it to a higher power. Surrender it to your highest self so that you can move through it and be able to rise into that next level. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to leave that. Oh, they want it front and center. Okay, I'm going to leave that right here. Okay. And then we're going to start here with the Beyond Maria card. All right, lot going on in this card. The first thing they pointed out is like this storm energy coming in around you and this protection over the earth space. So I feel like those of you who chose this pile are earth guardians. That means you're probably feeling a lot right now as Mother Earth shifts through these frequencies. So you may pick up on a lot of the collective. You may feel disconnected. They're saying reconnect with the elements specifically. They're telling me the elements are going to help you move through this process. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over here and see what it says. Earth, nurture nature. No one can hold you the way nature can. Mama Nature is a powerful healer and transmuter of dense energies. She takes in your out breath and can transform your woes if you can allow yourself to surrender, to lie in her grassy arms or be embraced by her branches. All experiences, those categorized as good or bad, are part of the natural cycle that allows for the continuation of life. Trying to suppress or control will only bring you out of harmony. Nature is all around you. Notice her. When you feel like no one else can hold you, she can. Yes, so it's this connection with Mother Earth. It's getting out into the elements. Maybe it's raining, maybe it's snowing, whatever type of weather you're experiencing. They're saying it's time to reconnect because there's what needs to be purged, y'all. It doesn't feel dense. There's not like a heaviness to it. It just feels like a lot, and there's a lot of confusion in the head about what you're supposed to let go, how you're supposed to let go, and they're just saying, just let go. You don't need to know. Part of the problem with moving into these higher frequencies for some of us is that we want to be in the know, right? That control aspect is old paradigm. And so they're saying to shift out of that, just know that you can absolutely just let go. And maybe that means going and laying in the grass, or maybe it means hugging a tree and just reconnecting. Also, Mama Cacao wanted to be here with us. So there is this energy of just connecting with Mother Earth in her wholeness. And so maybe you find some cacao that you can sip on that'll ground you, or eat some root vegetables. It's a reconnection with Mother Earth to fully purge and let go. Okay, Okay, let's see what else wants to come out here. All right, we have collaborate. And they're showing me again like this star energy of like connecting with the elements. The elements are very important for those of you that chose this pile. This is like there's something that they keep telling me over and over, the elements. So tap into the elements, see how you can connect with them, see how you can play with earth and fire and water and air. What can you shift? There are a lot of people right now whose superpowers are coming online, and they're able to I saw this the other day. They're able to like start up like dust storms or move the water or light a candle with their mind. And so I feel like this is your invitation to tap into some of your gifts. And those of you who chose this pile, you know that you are gifted. You know that there are things inside of you that want to play and be creative with energy. And there's this energy of like being held back. I feel like this is past lifetime stuff coming through, and that's where the fear is coming from. We're going to do a little fear clearing. Yeah, and the fear is in collaboration. The fear is in coming together, because y'all, once we come together and we start sharing our stories and the things that we've experienced or the things that are coming online for us, our gifts that are coming online, it's going to open you up to a whole new realm of possibilities. So they're saying connect with people that are in your vibration so that you can see that you are not alone on this journey. And yes, although some things may need to, we may need to go into the shadows of self to work through some things on a solo journey, there are many other things that we can do in collaboration with others, and simply sharing our story and connecting with others, and maybe even forcing ourselves to get out and connect with community and be open and share and speak your truth is part of this purge. It's part of this understanding who you are and not allowing any programming or indoctrinations or anything outside of you stop you from being you. Okay, let's keep going here. We have a crystal that wanted to come through, and we have emerald with the energy of compassion. All right, so this shadow work that's coming, like this energy that's coming up to be purged, is in regards to compassion. They're telling me it's in regards to opening up your heart to everything. I'll tell you one thing that I learned over the past year was compassion. And it wasn't just the last year that I learned it. I mean, it took me a few years of really going deep into judgment and peeling back the layers of self to be in this space where I could open up and be more compassionate with others. And that compassion is what helps us get into these spaces where we can collaborate and connect and let our shit go, right? Like fully let go. And man, this energy of purge is coming in again. So they're telling me that it may take purging some friendships, purging some relationships, letting go of, they're even saying opportunities. Okay, I want to tap deeper into that. So what do you mean in regards to opportunities, please? They're just saying things that came up that may have been opportunities for you before, and maybe you felt like it was something that was in alignment with you, and then once you got into it, you're like, oh yeah, this really isn't in alignment with where I'm headed. And it was like a test that took you back into the old self of maybe people pleasing or pulling back and staying away from people altogether. And this shift that's coming in now, it's wanting you to fully shed everything that is not you, so that you can be in this energy, this like trifecta of calling in. They're telling me harmony, in harmony. Thank you, in harmony. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right, we have rhinoceros. Okay, so moderation is the energy of the rhinoceros. So you all that chose this pile, you are very strong. You have a strong sense of intuition. You are likely empaths that feel a lot of energy. And it's like you see through people's bullshit, but almost like you're biting your tongue and not wanting to call them out on it, because you know how powerful you are. Like there is this energy. The rhinoceros is just this massive amount of weight that is a force, right? And so if you've ever seen like a herd of rhinoceros, I don't know if the plural of rhinoceroses, but if you've ever seen a herd of them running, I mean, they could take out cars. They're just this massive energy, and that's this energy that you carry within you. It's very fiery. Some of you may be a fire sign, like an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius, but the energy is like, you know how powerful you are, and that's why you've held back. It's almost like the fear that's coming up to be purged for you all is the fear of being in your power, being in your truth, and where that's going to take you. Or if the energy they're giving me is like, I want to be in my truth, but then I won't have any friends. And that's not true, although it may have been true in the past, right? Because you were oscillating in and out of different vibrations. As you move forward, they're saying those that are not able to take that fire, those are that are not able to see you in your light and for who you are not meant to be a part of your life anyhow. So yes, there are going to be relationships that are going to be purged through this portal for you all. All right, and we have lineage. Yeah, so part of this shift is it's really coming into who you are, not even like who you're, where you come from, what your lineage is about in this lifetime, but who you are. It's like, what's your originality? Where did you originate from? What does your soul want? What is your soul creating, moving forward into the next present moment? And how do you get out of the energy of people pleasing? That's really coming up. People pleasing and wanting to be liked or wanting to be understood. It's like, you don't have to be liked. You don't have to be understood. You can be in your fire and you can be in your power. And yes, it is going to take learning some moderation and some compassion and opening up and expressing your truth. And Mama is there to hold you. She's there to connect with you, to be your support system. So this reminds me, I had a good friend who I really wanted to support through a rough time in their life. I'm guessing not rough, like just a challenging time. And my guides kept telling me, no, they need to do this on their own. They need to grow through this on their own. They need to reconnect with the land. They need to see how powerful they are when they are connecting with self and not, anyone outside of them. They need to go deep into that energy. And I feel this same energy for those of you that chose this pile. Okay. We're going to keep going here. We have a unicorn that wanted to come through, and the unicorn of polarity. And wow, this energy of the balancing out of the shadow and the light. And like these unicorns are forging the path forward, right? But they're doing it together. And it's like where there's light, there's darkness, and vice versa. They do want me to read it, so I'm going to read it here. It says, integrate your shadow side. There can only be, my apologies, there can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So yes, it's like, if you feel like you're just going to stay in your light all the time, or you need to be kind. Y'all, I learned this lesson. Let me tell you. I had shifted, I'll say my old past self was very dense, like had a lot of shadow and a lot of shit that she needed to work through. And also very fiery, like spoke her truth, was real in the sense where if she had something to say to someone or about someone, she would say it flat out to their face. And then this new me, like this walk-in that came in, is the most kind, gentle person. And there were times in the last, over the last few years where instead of getting in a confrontation with someone, I would just walk away from them because I didn't feel like it was worth the time or the energy or the effort to try to make someone see my side. However, I also didn't speak my truth, and I've learned that sometimes people need that fire. They need that fire. It's going to awaken them. It's going to shift them. It's probably going to trigger them. And sometimes people need those triggers. And also for self, it's, I noticed after doing it with multiple people where I was holding back and being, for, I guess, quote unquote, the bigger or better person in scenarios where I didn't have to drop into a low vibration or argue or get into any kind of confrontation with someone, it took away my fire, right? Like it literally dimmed my light because I wasn't speaking my truth. I wasn't telling people how I was feeling. I was allowing people to speak over me in situations, or even something as simple as pronouncing my name, right? Like I had this group of friends where there was this person who would always introduce me with like the most offensive name I felt. And I think because I just wanted to be liked and I didn't want confrontation, I would gently tell this person, like, that's not my name. Here's how you say it. And every single time they would continue to say it the same way. And instead of me getting in that fire and telling them, like, that is not my name. You need to, if we're going to be friends, if we're going to be in the same crowds, please respect my name. And, I would break it down for them so that they could understand how to say it in the simplest way. And they still just had no respect for it. And so me biting my tongue and just allowing it to happen took away some of my fire. And I've learned over the past year that it's okay for me to have compassion for people and to understand their journey, and also be in my light and speak my truth. And if something bothers me, I can bring it up. And if that develops into any kind of confrontation, I also know how to be in moderation and how to balance out my shadow and my light so that it doesn't get out of control, right? I know when it's time to walk away and when it's time to push a little bit more. That was a big lesson for me this last year. And I feel like this is what they're saying for you. So there may be things going on in your life where you're biting your tongue, or you're frustrated about something and you just don't want to be in any kind of confrontation with someone, or somebody's treating you badly, or talking badly about you and you know it, or even something as simple as like myself, where I said, mispronouncing my name over and over and over again. And not because they couldn't pronounce it, just because in their eyes, that's what they wanted to call me, so it's like, it's time for you to let everything go so that you can fully step into who you are, so that moving forward, you don't have to change anything about you, and you can be who your soul imprint came here to be. Okay, let's see. We have Shambhala initiations. Shambhala initiations. Okay, so this is coming out of retreat, they're telling me. It's trusting that you can be seen, trusting that you can be in public spaces and places, and if there's something you don't like, you can absolutely speak up and be in your truth and not have to worry about it getting out of hand or your fire getting too your fire getting out of control, right? There's still going to be a level of resistance within self. It's like when you learn how to balance that dark and that light within, you can speak your truth and you can come out into public spaces and places and connect and collaborate with other people. And if there's something that you don't like, you can absolutely speak up about it. Okay, let's see. We got a few more cards here. Sacred wisdom. Look at that flower of life that's coming through there. Yeah, it's like there's this cycle energy that's coming through. So I feel like it's going to take going in and out of some cycles, out through this portal, so that you can come into this space and feel comfortable in it, where you can tap in and say, okay, this is how I want to move forward with my life, and be okay with people falling off or bridges being burned or opportunities being let go of. I'll tell you, even for self, there were opportunities that came up that in hindsight, I was like, ooh, I should have taken that. And it's okay for me to let them go. And when I let them go, I open up space for more or new opportunities to come in. So I feel like this is going to be a cycle of learning for you, of harmonizing your shadow with your highest self, harmonizing your ego with your highest self, and tapping into your potential and your power. Okay, we have an animal card that wanted to come through is the cat, and it says primal instincts and landing on your feet. Yeah, so it feels like it's not going to be easy. This moving through this portal is not going to be the easiest thing for you to grow through, and once you're through it, it's going to shift you into a whole new vibration. So it's the steps that you're going to take to move through this portal and to harmonize and recalibrate within self is going to fast track. They're telling me, like, fast track you into that next evolution of the soul. All right, we have 2 more cards left. Oh, ground yourself. Yeah, I can't make this up. Ground yourself, right? So again, that Mama Earth card coming through. It's like connect and ground. You definitely, for those of you who chose this pile, you definitely need to be outside in the elements, connecting. I just saw this video the other day where this woman was like, it's raining out and I'm just going to go lay in the grass in the rain and just let it pour down on me. And that's the type of energy that they're asking, because that's what's going to help you purge some of this stuff, so you don't have to constantly go through these cycles moving forward. All right, we have one last card, and it is the zebra with earth and air. All right, it says, you were never meant to blend in. Your difference is a devotion. Unmask yourself and come home. And again, the 25, they just showed me, there was another card that was 25. Right here, the grounding card. They were like, there's 2 of that same energy there. So maybe you're seeing 25, maybe you're connected to the number 7, but they're like, your guides are going to help you move forward through this next cycle of life, I'm gonna say. And it's gonna take some courage from you to really balance out. I mean, this is the one that they're pointing out the most, the harmonizing of the shadow self with the light body, so that you can be who you are. You're not meant to blend in. You're not meant to be in the background, or they're showing me like this chameleon energy, like being in spaces and places and not being seen. You are meant to be seen in this lifetime. You are meant to be heard. You are meant to be in your power. And so there are some things that you're going to need to work through to get to that space. And grounding and connecting with Mama Earth is definitely going to help you with that. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Adios. Welcome, portal number 2. This energy feels like flow. Lots of movement in the water there. I'm going to turn it upside down or right side up. They said depending on the person, right? So go ahead and connect with that. And I'm just going to be quiet. There's some telepathic messages they're saying want to come through. So I'm going to quiet down for that. All right, y'all, this energy, it feels like a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion came up, and it's not all dense. Like, it feels really good, actually. It feels like a lot of joy, a lot of expansion, opening up through the heart space and the head, they're telling me, opening up through the mind as well, expanding your mind, and they just keep saying open, 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 open. Ufana facha banana tata manakata ashkata ana nanakata. Hata fatna kashata asiti sikiti hananata fatamana kachuduna. Ara fatamana kashati etekata tashkato manata fatamana chikiti hanana. Atakata tachkata fatamana kachati tiki tiganana. Okay, so they're telling me there's been this energy of being hard on yourself, not allowing yourself to feel through things, holding back, and they're wanting you to just let it go and be in flow. It's like you have been oscillating in and out of this flow state. It's like things are in flow and it feels good. And then you start to try to control the flow, and then it shuts off. And so I feel like this is in regards to, and they're confirming for me, thank you, Spirit. This is in regards to money and relationships, they're telling me. Money and relationships. So you may feel like things are in flow, money's starting to come in, and everything feels really good in that regard, and then all of a sudden it just shuts off. And it's because there's this level of trying to control. It's like they're showing me like a dam, where you build a dam to control the water, and it's things become stagnant. There's no movement, there's no flow, there's no coming and going. And to be in flow, you've got to be, things have to be open, right? Think of like a river and the movement, the frequency that moves through actually just any moving water, they're telling me. Okay, so getting into flow and allowing yourself to feel. Yeah, there's been some numbing, they're telling me, going on with those of you that chose this pile. So it's like whatever you're doing to numb. For some people, it could be food, it could be sweets, it could be scrolling, it could be just disconnecting. It could be like constantly staying busy, they're telling me, like always having something to do, always on the go, never having just alone or silence or downtime. Always having to have like someone there, even conversation, they're telling me, like when you're with people and there's a moment of silence, there's this uncomfortableness, and they're just saying allow yourself to just be in that space, and that's when things are going to come into flow. There's this energy of just trying to control it, and that's what is holding you back from really stepping into your power, is what they're telling me. Okay, we have Beyond Lemuria, and there's this energy in the crown here. So you see like this light energy that's coming out of the crown, but they're showing me almost like there's a blockage here. And I feel like this is connecting with your soul star, connecting with your, they are pointing out also, thank you, this flower in the throat space here, and how everything else is like really light, and then it gets really dark right here in this space. And so it's like you are highly connected, you are intuitive, and when it comes to speaking your truth and sharing your voice, there's this level of like wanting to control it or wanting to hold back, because maybe you're still worried of what people are going to think or how they're going to react to you, or they're telling me some fear. So let's do a little clearing. I'm just going to channel Usha Okay. All right. So that was a lot that just cleared out. And they're showing me like this soul cycle. When you are in flow, you're able to speak your voice. You're able to be in your power. You're in your authenticity. But there's this oscillating right now that's happening for you. And this is the energy moving forward. It's like if you want to move through it, you've got to work through this. You've got to work through the throat, through speaking and being in your truth, no matter where you're at or who you're around. And I'll tell you, as an example, the other day I felt this energy shift, and I was going to share it with my neighbor, and my husband was like, "Oh, maybe not. I don't know how they feel about that, like energy work and stuff. I don't know if you should share that." But I felt really called to, so I shared it. And once I shared it, our neighbor surprisingly was like, "Oh yeah, I felt that too." So it's like until we open up, until we start sharing with people, we're not going to know for sure how they're going to take it. And maybe they think we're crazy, or maybe they think that, they're not quite tapped into that same energy of us. But we're going to see more and more people that are going to want to open up and expand their minds and tap in. And this also happened for a friend recently, where she said, I've worked with clients in a specific realm, like working through just like clearing dense energies, let's say. And I never thought that they would be open to like my light language or some of this higher level stuff. And they're telling me like that, their minds are open and they want to learn. And I feel like that is a lot of us moving forward now. So they really want you to tap fully into this flow state and stop trying to control things as we move through this 111 portal. Okay. We have Choreograph and Metatron. So this is Metatron's cube coming through. And this is when you are in flow state, you are creating your next present moment, right? You are the one that is choreographing your life plan, everything that is happening in your life. So when you're not in the state of flow, when you're trying to control it, it also backs everything else up, right? And in regards to money, years ago, I was told by Spirit, spend your money. And I had this like private savings account that just was my rainy day fund in case I needed anything. And they kept telling me, do you trust? And I said, yes, I trust. I trust in a higher power. I trust in my highest self to guide me on this journey. And they said, if you trust, why are you keeping a rainy day fund? Why do you feel like you need to prepare for something that may never happen? Why is there this energy of, where is this energy coming from? And when I tapped into it, it was coming from fear. It was coming from not fully trusting that I was protected and provided for. And they're saying you have the power to choreograph that next present moment. And you also have the power to bring yourself out of that flow state and into more of a control state, which is exactly what I was doing with the money that I had saved. And I'll tell you, as long as I had that money, and I didn't spend all of it, but as long as I had a certain amount of money saved, there was nothing coming in. And so once I started to actually spend that money and spend it on good things, y'all, like this is putting good money back out into the universe, then it just started to come back to me tenfold. And that energy of flow, of give and take. And now I know that I am blessed and I am taken care of because I also take care of others. I also, put back into small family businesses and friends and different opportunities that come up so that I can be better at my craft and help more people. So this is what they're saying for you to tap into that state. And we have a crystal that came through. Right, Morganite. Yeah, this is relationship healing. Morganite. This energy here, they're saying there's this level of not trusting, and that came through in the intro, right? Like this, are you going to fully trust when things are in flow, when there are people that need to come and go out of your life? Are you going to trust that your highest self has your best interest in mind? Or are you going to try to control it, which then, y'all, I'll tell you, takes so much longer. All right, we have the jackal coming through with truth. Yeah, it's this energy of trust. And we have 44. So, and they're showing me now the 12 too. So this is the soul cycle completion. This is supposed to be your level up. What's holding you back is that you're trying to control it. You're trying to take the reins on the next present moment. Now, you can create the next present moment, but it doesn't mean you have to know the how, the where, the why, all of the things that are old paradigm, right? Like, it's allowing things to happen in divine timing, allowing whatever's meant to be in your life and trusting in the process that gets us to that next present moment. Okay, and we have coalescence. So yeah, this is harmony, y'all. This is number 6. This is harmony. This is reharmonizing and getting things into a state of flow so that you can be in the energy of co-creation, of creating your next present moment and having it be what you want it to be, not what others want it to be, not what you see others doing, and being like unique to your own inner gifts and finding your authenticity. All right, we have beloved unicorn, and it says, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe that you are lovable. Yeah, this is this relationship healing. It's this getting into flow is going to allow new relationships to come online. But when you are trying to control how it happens, or you're getting mad at the universe that it's not happening your way, it's only going to slow down the process. And y'all, I'll tell you, before I came into union with my husband, I remember when I first met him and I was like, oh, no, this is not ideal. This is like, I feel these feelings and I'm so drawn to him, and I've never felt this way with anyone else. And I've worked really hard on myself. And there are certain things about him that I'm not ready to settle for. And Spirit just said, trust. Do you trust? Do you trust this feeling that you're feeling? Do you trust that this is going to happen? Let go of all doubt and allow things to play out in divine timing. And when I did, y'all, we came into full union and we were married within a couple months of meeting each other. And it's been a fantastic relationship ever since. And yes, we've grown through some things like all relationships, but it definitely is the best thing that has ever happened to me in this lifetime. Unconditional love. This is the love of self. They're saying like the nurturing of self, connecting with who you are within, everything about you from the day you incarnated here in this space. If you want to heal relationships and you want to call new love into your life, it all begins with self. It all starts within. How much are you loving yourself? How much time, energy, effort are you putting into you? And they're telling me play. How much play are you creating? It's like the energy of the baby is new beginnings. And it's like if you see a baby, you know, as they're growing, they're curious. They want to know things. They're looking around, but they're not trying to control it. They're just enjoying the unfolding of the next present moment. They have no idea what's going to happen and when. They allow those moments to unfold for them because they trust their caregivers. And for you, your caregiver is your highest self. So trust in your highest self. Coalescence, right? Bring it together, bring it into harmony, harmonize your ego with your highest self so that you can get out of that energy of fear and doubt and tap into creating that next present moment. All right. Move this here. Okay, I am present. Yeah, this is tapping into self. This is coming back into who you are. It's that spark at the beginning, right? That very spark of who you are, of your own self-love, your reassurance, being in your light and allowing things to unfold in the present moment, right? When you try to control, you are connecting yourself to timelines, and you may be going in and out of different timelines, and you may be shedding timelines, and you might also go down a timeline that you don't need to go down. I had a client that did this. I worked with them for a long while, and they decided that they wanted to speed things up and make them go faster. And I cautioned them against it. And then they did it anyway, right? All I can do is caution and give them the advice of their guides. And they decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And whatever happens, happens. And when they did it, it ended up taking them down this timeline and this route that eventually circled back. But let me tell you, it took well over a year for them to circle back into the energy where they were before, if they would have just continued to allow things to flow in divine timing. They didn't need to go off on that separate journey or path or timeline that they took. And they came back to me after that, you know, it was a little over a year. They came back to me and they're like, oof, I should have listened to my guides. I would have gotten here a lot sooner, but I took this journey and it made me, you know, like I went through this whole extra cycle that I didn't need to go through. And now I'm going to listen and tap in when my guides, you know, deliver messages to me. So I think they're bringing that up because this is maybe you still trying to control the time. And they're like, allow it to happen in divine timing. Allow yourself to be in flow, which means not trying to control. Okay, we have the elephant with justice. Okay, so they're telling me there's this energy around relationships where the doubt is coming from you can you bring that back, Spirit, please? Yeah, the doubt is coming from you wanting to speed things up, or you wanting maybe this partner that's coming in, or this new love that's coming in to do things in your time, or not have to feel through their journey the way you felt through yours. It's like wanting to just accelerate another person's journey when we can't do that, y'all. Like, as much as we want sometimes for the people we love to move through things, they have to move through it at their own pace. And the more we try to control that, the more we're distancing ourselves from actually bringing it into fruition. Okay, we have a what is this? Self-care oracle. Flow like water. Oh my goodness. Yes, see, it's be in this flow state. Allow yourself to just tap in and allow should be your word of however long it takes you to get through this. Allow. You could move through this energy and get into a flow state in a few days. You can do it in a few weeks. You could do it in a few years. It really depends on you and how much you let go of control and allow things to genuinely flow. All right, one last card here. We have the hare with water and earth, and it says, you don't have to disappear to stay safe. Presence is your protection now. Presence, right? Everything back in presence. It's like coming back into that energy of allowing yourself to be in the present moment, be in that flow, not feeling like you need to save for a rainy day or control and make things happen in your own time. And I feel like that control state takes us out of the present, right? Because we're living for the future, right? So it might even bring on some anxiety, or maybe you're living in the past, like this should have happened back here, and it brings on some depression. They're saying be present. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Happy 111 portal. Until next time. Adios. Welcome to those of you who chose portal number 3. Oh, I keep hearing level up, level up, level up, level up. Yes, this is a leveling up for you all. This energy of this portal, it feels like the birthing cave, like being reborn, being rebirthed, coming out of a complete cycle shift. Almost the energy they're giving me, there's like some hieroglyphics, it looks like here, and it looks like an eagle or owl type energy. It's definitely like a higher vibrational bird. And this looks, I'm not sure if this actually is, but this looks like the birthing portal in Sedona. So it is that rebirth, the rise, the phoenix, the rise up through the portal, right? Through the flames, level up, level up, level up, level up. Oh my goodness, this feels really good, y'all. It feels like I'm hearing finally. Yeah, you've been waiting on this for a long while, this level up, this shift. And now you're understanding the power of presence. And because of that, everything is shifting. Yeah, look at this dragonfly that came through. This is deep, deep transformation. And they're saying, shine your light, like be in that glowing, airy, etheric type energy. It feels really good. Let's flip this over and see what it says. Freedom. Yes. Freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom seems innate. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we truly feel free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. Limitation can be a state of mind. The only change might be choosing to live a certain way rather than feeling obligated. A shift of perspective can help bring lightness and choice. In the bigger picture, what does freedom look like to you? If you are feeling stifled, it is up to you to make a change. Yeah, this is level up. It's like, all right, it's time. So whatever you've been working through, whatever you've been shifting through, it's like, I feel like y'all that chose this portal, you're like, yeah, I'm feeling it now. Like, it's done. It's going to happen. There's no holding back. There's no doubt. They're saying free of all doubt. And they're showing me this horse running just through like this pasture, fast and forward. And y'all, we're moving into the year of the horse. So this is in alignment with what's to come. So let's see what comes through next. Oh yeah, stretch and expand. Yeah, what's coming through for you all is there's an abundant amount of energy in here right now. Like, I am feeling ancestors here. I am feeling star families. This is everything, everywhere, all at once. It's like it's time. They're showing like his or her expression here. It's like free falling and allowing things to happen. It maybe before you were trying to control them, and now it's like, nope, I'm open, I'm stretched, like, let's go, I'm ready for this, I'm ready to take it all in. This is a huge heart opener that's happening here. So it's like your heart has finally expanded to a place where you can take this all in and be in this expansive, abundant energy. Let's see what's next. We have a crystal card, soul connection crystal, and we have the lovers coming through. This is a master teacher, the soul connection crystal. So it's a clear quartz that comes out in this double. It's comes from the earth like this, and the energy feels actually like harmonized. They're telling me harmonized. They're showing me like the double helix, like your energy of everything just fully in convergence, they're telling me, with your highest self. So you've done the work, you've opened, you've expanded, and this is acceleration forward. Like, there's this speed of things are starting to move very fast, and they're coming into fruition for you. So it feels amazing. Okay, we have the peacock. Yes, it's open up. Look at prosperity. Yeah, this is abundance, y'all. This feels really good. It feels like things are not just in flow, but there's this magic that's coming through this pile. It's like, all right, like I'm ready. I'm ready to be in my truth, in my power, to hold my authentic vibration, and to fully allow my life to expand and transform into this state of abundance. I'm hearing wealth. This is going to be a very this time that you're moving through is going to be very abundant for you. Okay, yeah, we have transcendence. Yeah, so it's you're ready to rise. It's like, and the 4 and the 2, it's 6, it brings things into harmony. Yeah, all of this is about fully stepping into your power, being in your truth, and that rise of just the phoenix energy, the acceleration and the movement forward with this pile is so grand. I almost can't put it into words. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Halls of learning. Yeah, lessons have been learned. It's like everything that you needed to get into this space of abundance it's here. Like, you've done it, you've learned it, and you're ready to step into that golden energy. This is a golden age. Like, you see this hall, it's all this golden shining light, and there's a level of wisdom that comes with it. I feel like those of you who chose this portal are ready to expand and help others. Maybe that just means being in your light. Maybe it means, Spirit does this with me sometimes, like going to a random space and just shining your light, being in your energy, not allowing anything to shift your energy, being in joy, being in presence, being in love. Okay. We have illusion. Yeah. Y'all, you guys those of you who chose this portal, this past energy that you moved through, it took you into the depths. Thank you. It took you into the depths. It's like, it reminds me of my tattoo. It's this energy of like chaos and muddiness, and this journey of like dead ends and circling back and going through all this different space to finally come into the energy of the lotus, the transformation, the rebirth, the union with self. That's what this energy is. It's like you went through all of these different times and spaces and places, and now you've risen into this grand hall of abundance. And it's like everything that you want to create, everything that you want to call in is magnetic right now. Like, you are in full attraction of it. So I got this advice the other day. I'm going to give it to y'all as well. Visualize what it is that you're calling in. Visualize how you want your life to be, what you want your life to look like, what you want the wealth to be like. Visualize it. Actually feel into it. Take yourself into that quantum space and feel what it would feel like to have wealth, prosperity, abundance, relationships, love, joy, play, all of the things that we strive for in our lifetimes. So not just call that in. Thank you. Visualize and feel into that. Bring that feeling into the present moment, and that's how you're going to bring it all into the physical. Maybe you've been connecting and you're like, I know there's some money coming my way and it just hasn't made it in yet. Feel it in your hands, feel it in your possession, feel yourself what you would do with it when it comes in. Are you putting back into community? Are you spending it in spaces and places that are going to help others or uplift? And this might be just going to a family restaurant and putting it into family businesses or small businesses as opposed to big corporations. Connecting with more community and doing things more community based rather than putting it into a system. Or they're telling me a portfolio. That I think is very specific for someone. Maybe someone is getting ready to come into some money and you're thinking about putting it in a portfolio, and they're like, no. Invest in each other, invest in others, invest in people who will invest back into you. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Chameleon. Yeah, it's stepping. Okay, they're telling me moving forward, there's going to be this energy of oscillating in and out of this chameleon energy, and you're going to know when and where. There are going to be times where you're going to be required to adapt to certain situations. Listen to your clairvoyance, listen to your senses. Your intuition is going to guide you in this space. And y'all that chose this portal are fully tapped into your intuition. Things are coming online that you may not have even expected. And so you'll know when to camouflage yourself and when to fully stand out and let those bright colors shine. Be in that energy of adaptability moving forward as we continue to break down systems and old paradigms to fully move into this ancient new earth space. Okay, we have a unicorn that wanted to come through. And the unicorn says, dance, dance, dance. And I heard like dancing in the moonlight as I was saying that. So it says, I don't know if I can get it to focus there, so let me just read it to you. It says, move your body to music, dance with the rhythm of life, co-create your dreams through dance. And I saw something the other day. It was like a little, what do you call those things? Like word puzzle? No. Word search, where it said like, what are you creating through pleasure? And pleasure is that space of creation, of movement, of the movement through the hip space. So that's why they're saying dance. Allow yourself to move through pleasure. That's what's going to co-create that next moment for you. So get your body moving, whatever that means for you. Get your body moving. I feel like specifically some of y'all need to go dancing, or need to tap into dance, or even just dance by yourself at home. But that is going to be a center of creation that's going to help you bring all of this into the physical. Okay, we have a self-care card. All right, and it is a burning bowl ritual. Oh, they're telling me this a little bit different than normal. So normally a burning bowl ritual is performed for something that you're ready to let go of, right? Like, if you're ready to let go of an old habit, you can write it on a piece of paper and take a bowl of water, maybe put a candle on top of it, and then burn it, they're telling me fire and water specifically. So burn it with the candle and drop it into the water to fully let go of that energy, or you can use it to cut cords as well. However, they're telling me to do this to create what is coming in. I've never heard it this way before, so this is interesting. But I feel like it's helping you bring it into the physical. So they're saying envision whatever it is that you're wanting to bring in, and then use the fire and water to send that out into the ether and to get yourself into that flow state of bringing it in. All right, we have one last card, and it is the owl with air. It says, see beyond the surface. Truth is felt, not forced. And y'all, it's the 10, the number 1, to the beginning of the cycle. And this just feels like tapping into who you are. This is your energy. You have this great discernment that you've learned through this whole soul cycle that you just shifted through, right? All of these spaces and places that you moved through to get to this space. And now that you're in full expansion, you can fully trust, because you're able to see through the darkness. You're able to be in that state of awareness where you know what's going on, right? There's a reason they call it the wise owl, because there's a level of awareness that owls have, that seeing through the dark, that being able to spin their heads 360. There's this full, like nobody can fool the owl, right? Like the owl knows what's going on. They even show, this is so strange, they're showing me like a Disney movie, I think it's The Fox and the Hound, where it's like the wise owl, and they go to the wise owl for the information, because the owl sees everything. So you're in that energy now, and they're just saying, allow yourself to adapt and be adaptable, and also stand out when you need to, and fully work on thank you. For lack of a better term, they're saying anchor it into the physical. Bring it. It's time for this to come into the physical. Whatever you've been co-creating or calling on, it's absolutely time. Move your hips, get that center of creation opened up through the sacral space so that you can bring everything into creation. Alrighty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy 111 portal. Until next time. Adios. Welcome to those of you who chose the 4th portal. As I was opening up to this energy, I was hearing transcend. And they're even saying like transcendental meditation would be really good to tap into. I feel like this is connecting with much higher levels of consciousness. This is connecting with star families. This is harmonizing and recalibrating. Can you bring that back, please? Harmonic convergence. Thank you. Harmonic convergence with your highest self. This is tapping into basically source energy, y'all. Like, this feels divine. There's this the energy, the essence of the flower that's coming through. It feels like everything is happening within and without. It feels I keep wanting to say alignment, but they're like, no, it's not alignment, it's harmony. It's harmony. Everything is in harmony. Okay, and we have this beautiful Lemurian card that came through. Yeah, this reminds me, like, the energy I'm getting is like the genie energy. It's like your wishes are going to come true. Now, I don't like the term wish. I feel like there's a lot of energy behind it, so I'm going to cancel that out. But it's your intentions. Whatever you intend is now coming into fruition. Do I need to flip this? They said not yet. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Celebrate growth and breakthroughs. Yeah, this feels it's like this colorful, playful, joyful energy. Like, the energy that she's giving here is like the energy of carnival, where everything is so vibrant and loud and joyous, and there's this just playful energy that's coming through. It's like you've made it. That's what I'm hearing. You've made it. You are here in this infinite space of peace and joy. And so allow yourself to marinate in this space. That's the energy of this flower in this flow state. It's like, allow that, marinate. They're saying that's the best word, marinate. Allow yourself to marinate in it and open up to more, so much more. Oh my goodness, this is like otherworldly more that's coming through. Okay, yeah, Moonstone. Yeah, otherworldly. It's like this energy is it's foreign. It feels foreign to earth space, right? It's like that energy of like, this just came through the other day. We saw, I think it's A Wonderful Life is the name of the movie. It's a good Christmas movie, but it was like, if you want the moon, I'll bring you the moon. Like, whatever you want, you can absolutely have. And that's the energy that's coming through. It's like you're in this celebration state and you are fully tapped in, and whatever you want, you can absolutely have. There's nothing that's off limits. There's nothing that is out of bounds. This is, again, like I said, otherworldly. Whew. Okay, we have the sea turtle with stability. Yeah. And speaking of otherworldly, there are so many ocean creatures that are otherworldly. It's this energy, and even like they're showing me here, I don't even know what these are, like flying through this space. They're showing me this energy. It's like something so unique and so different. And I didn't even see the baby here. It's the fresh start from a long journey. They're telling me a long journey. It took, like, this breakthrough, this growth did not happen overnight. This is like you've been working on this for a very, very long time. Not even like the past few years. Like I'm hearing 5 or more. This is a complete leveling up and soul shift. Okay, we have guidance. So trust your source. Yes, trust your source. Trust in what's to come. It's like, I feel like those of you that chose this pile, you're already connecting with the creator. You're already connecting with other realms, other star beings, and they're saying trust in the unknown. Trust in the infinite possibilities of what can be created through this space. And we have miracles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's so funny to me that there's like, it's otherworldly and then miracles come through. It's like, yes, this is, oh goodness, the energy is like so potent in here right now of like this is like beyond your wildest dreams. Thank you. They're like, no. I was going to say in your dreams, but they're like, no, it's beyond that. It is everything that you've been dreaming and so much more. That's why I feel like this is like a huge cycle shift for you all. So miracles coming in. It says, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Yes, you do not need to know how. Surrender that and trust in source. Trust that things are coming into alignment. Harmony. Thank you. Cancel clear alignment. Things are coming into harmony the way that they need to for you to fully tap into this vibration, y'all. It feels like it's like the same vibration of like ancient Egypt. It is such a high, divine, prosperous energy. It feels, I can't even put it into words. I don't know that I've ever felt it in this lifetime. It's massive. It's massive. It's so much more than you could have imagined. So maybe you are thinking like, oh, I want this, and Spirit's been like giving you some really tough lessons, or it's taking a lot longer than you were expecting, and it's because it's going to be so much more than you could have ever expected in these human bodies that we're embodying. Okay, sacred inner space. Yeah, so tap into your sacral chakra. And they're telling me passion and sensitivity. On the card, it says sensuality, but they're saying passion and sensitivity. And look at this light, y'all. It's like this vibrant light that's coming through in these cards. There's so much energy coming through. And they're bringing me back to the turtle. They're saying the longevity, right? It's like the story of the turtle, the sea turtles, when their eggs are hatched on land, and then the baby sea turtles have to make it into the water, right? Like they go through some trials and tribulations on that journey into the water, trying to avoid the seagulls or the birds that are trying to eat them, trying to get into the water, not really knowing where they're navigating or where they're going, but trusting. And once they get into the water, there's this whole other journey that they go on, and turtles live for a very, very long time. And so this is longevity. This is not the reason it took so long to get to this space, or the reason maybe you felt like it's been just a long, drawn out, stretched out journey. And it's because there's this longevity that's coming in. Like this is what you're shifting into is going to be, this next cycle is going to be for the rest of your earthly life. It's not something that you're gonna cycle in and out of. This is here to stay. Once these miracles come in and you shift into this celebration and fully being in your light and understanding that there's so much more out there than what you may have thought was a possibility, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Like, it's not changing. You're not going to have to go back into the depths anymore. You're not going to cycle in and out of these things. This is just a complete level up. I don't even know if I can call it a level up, because it feels like so much more than that. Okay. Yeah, y'all, I cannot, oh my goodness, I cannot make this up. And I'm like, why did I drop it? And they're like, because there's so much, like, it is overflowing. Like, these gold pieces are like flowing through their hands. There's so much. It's like, there's this, like I said, I cannot even put it into words. I'm just going to quiet down, because I feel like there's some messages that want to come through for you all. And the energy I'm feeling is so intense that I can't put it into words. So I'm going to just channel it telepathically. Oh my goodness, the joy, there's like, I just want to like laugh. I'm smiling from ear to ear. There's so much joy and harmony and abundance coming in. It's insane. Like, I don't feel like I've ever felt this energy in this lifetime. So those of you who chose this portal, just know that your life is about to change drastically for the better. And everything that you've been through up until this point is going to make it so worth it. All right, we have the Raven. Yeah, the Magician. It's like, believe in magic. Believe in the magic, because it took a lot for you to get to this space. And now these miracles are coming online. There's an infinite amount of energy that's coming in. There is no limit. No limits. This is full on freedom and growth and expansion and joy. Oh my gosh, they keep bringing back joy. Okay, we have connect with crystals. Yeah, and this is like specifically, I mean, they're telling me like the energy of crystals. Now, crystals I feel all crystals are divine, and they all carry a different vibration and a different energy in them. But this is like gemstones. This is the gems that are highly sought after and hard to come by. The energy they're giving me is like the energy of a sapphire, where it's just this, and again, ancient Egypt, right? The sapphire. So it's this royal type energy that is so unique that it's like you stepping into full embodiment of who you are meant to be in this lifetime. All right, one last card. We have the Hedgehog with Earth, and it says, my softness is sacred. I protect it with love. Oh, this feels like the feminine energy, the balancing or harmonizing your feminine self, being in that energy of just self-nurturing and love and intuitive, tapped in. Oh, y'all, it feels so amazing. No, I'm like, we're not doing any activations or transmissions for this, because you've got to be able to feel this energy coming through the screen right now, because it is potent and life-changing. So I'm so happy for you all that chose this portal. Good things are coming in. Great things are coming in. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Happy 111 portal. Until next time. Adieu.